the side characters, would you say that they're compelling, and are their own motives, their own needs, do they make them compelling in regards to the conflict?
Well, if we're going to be jumping around, I might as well just come out and say it. They're compelling at first, which is
Mm-hmm.
weird. Like, because I think if there's a flaw with this movie, it makes the characters compelling at the very beginning of the movie, and then it takes away that compelling reason to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they kind of become generic
Interesting.
after they become compelling, which is weird because it's like they're kind of given like different personalities. Like he's like what's the one guy? Like Oswaldo, he's like supposed to be a hangman. He's going to
Right.
hang someone in the town. You have Joe Gage. He's like writing his story, but also like going to see his mom. You just have, and then you have Bob. Wait, no, is that Bob?
Yeah, Bob, the
Yeah,
Mexican.
the Mexican. Like it's like they all seem to have their own reasons to be there. Like they all seem interesting and different. Like it's like they kind of have unique personalities. It seems like their own motives. Like they're just traveling through. But
Yeah.
then later on, when it's revealed, oh, they're not. They're lying. They all were part of the Donahue gang. Like
Yeah,
they're
the
all
Dahmer
here to
goose.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dahmer Goose. Like they're all trying to help Daisy escape. Like that's the
Yeah.
real reason they're all there. And it's like at that point they all become generic because there's really like you don't know why they're all there, why they're all following uh the Dahmer gang. Like why are they there? It's just like they're
Interesting.
just there as like muscle at that point. And it's like, okay, you've lost your compelling reasons for these characters at some point. And so
Interesting. I wasn't really thinking about that. I see where you're coming from. At that point, there's so much going on that
mm-hmm,
passes over my head, or did
mm-hmm,
pass over my head. I see where you're coming with that. Would
mm-hmm,
you say, so these 2 points, um, about the side characters and the main character and how they're flawed and compelling,
mm-hmm.
you did not give them value for that, right? You didn't give them points on that regard,
No,
correct?
I had to
Okay.
take points away from that because it's like I mean there was effort at the beginning, and I don't know, maybe I don't know what Tarantino was thinking with this, and maybe he was just trying to be like, oh, plot twist, shocker, and just like twist this. But then the
Mhm.
process of like creating a shock value, he took away some of the value of the characters in the process.
I think, okay,
So,
so interesting.
mhm.
Hmm.
Like I mean, I'll be honest, like as far as like value of characters, like compelling
Mhm.
characters, Chris Mannix is probably at the end of the day the most compelling character on a certain level because
Mhm.
you think he's lying, only turns out he's probably not lying at the end, and it's like he's this complicated kind of character at the side who has to decide what he's going to do at the end of the day. Like,
Right.
so it's like he's kind of put in this situation at the end where like he has to decide certain things, and so it's like
Yeah.
he's kind of given more like if anyone's going to be compelling in this story, it's him, the
Right.
supposedly new sheriff of Red Rock, who no one believes until the very end.
Right. Yeah, he, as a character, he
mm-hmm.
definitely is the one who is most, and maybe this actually goes down to some of the values later on in the story, but so
Mm-hmm.
here's my, I see where you're coming from. I think I still disagree, so I'm gonna make my case for my side, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if you still disagree afterwards. So
Okay.
the main character is a bad man, right?
Yes.
We know this by the end. The Major Warren is not a good guy,
mm-hmm.
and he really cares about nothing but his own hide. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that inherently creates someone who's so it's interesting because everyone in this movie is doing either, you could construe it as doing something somewhat noble, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
here's my case for that. The bounty hunters are trying to bring in evil people and put them in jail or kill them, right? Bring
Mm-hmm.
justice. The Domingray gang is there to save their companion. They're trying to stick together and
Well, in a
be
sense, of
loyal to each
saving
other.
their leader's sister.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so you could construe that as a noble goal. But at the end of the day, they're doing it the wrong way. They're doing evil things to achieve their ends. and at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, that's not what actually motivates them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, at the end of the day, they're motivated for money, or they're motivated to save their own hide, or they're motivated to kill another person, or to be the supreme gang, to achieve their own ends, whatever it is. That's what they're out for. And so I would say that at the beginning, for sure, the main character is flawed in a compelling way, and he seems to have some good things going for him. The
Mm-hmm.
side characters are, I would say, so I would say the first point is the main character flawed in a compelling way. I would say yes, but I could see how you would say no, and I think you make a decent case for it. Are the side
Mm-hmm.
characters and supporting cast driven by their own motives and needs? I would say 100%, and those needs are not necessarily noble, and they don't have to be. And that point, I think, will still stand in my mind regardless. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that even like some of that compelling part is the fact that their motives are the same as each other in some ways, but they're also opposed, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they want money and they want to survive. That's what the bounty hunters want. And in a perfect world, they would kill the other bounty hunter and take their bounty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes them a it just seeds the world for conflict with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just perfect for creating that between the side characters and the main character.